Second question is a club account. Okay, club account basically is slightly special compared to other. Even a lot of new term in it, which is similar to the other business. So now let's see what is the question about. BH Sport Club provides sporting facility and a cafe for the use of his member and the guests. Okay. Now the moment you saw the main purpose is to provide sport facility. Suddenly got the cafe. That means they are doing the business as well. So in this case, cafe is an income statement. Sport facility is an income and expenditure account. We have the asset and liability, opening and closing. Receipt and payment account basically is a bank account. Sport additional information. Sport equipment is depreciated at 10% per annum using the reducing balance method. And then what else they ask? Okay, the second is they ask to prepare the sport subscription account. Prepare subscription account for the year ended 31st July 2020, and then balance the account and bring down to the following month. So let's we go up. I copy up to here so that easier for me to prepare it. Okay, look at the opening first. 2019. Subscription account is an income account. So August 1st. Check any related to subscription or not here. This item, subscription in areas. Subscription in areas means that member didn't pay the subscription for the last year. So become the asset to the clubs. Asset balance brought down is in the debit side. So 360. And here is dash. Dash means that no amount. In this case, this one don't have. So take it out. But end of the year, we have two amount, which is end of the year is 2020, July 31st. Balance carried out, but I need to reserve some space because after that there's information in between. So I put in balance carried out. Which one is balance carried out in the debit side here? Balance carried out in here is an end year. End year means that subscription in receive in advance. Okay, so this is the amount that we get, which is liability. This is a subscription in received in advance is a liability. So subscription received in advance 120. End of the year also another entry in the credit side. But this balance carried out. End of the year 720. This is a subscription in areas. This is a asset, current asset, end of the year in the credit side. So we already put in the information that we have here. Now we continue see what are the items in here. We saw that this amount, subscription received. So we put in the amount. Debit, receipt and payment account. We will credit the subscription account. So here you put receipt and payment. Okay, the amount is how much? Let me see. 9960. So done for all. Sounds like quite straightforward. No other item. Okay. Then in this case, I need to move up because since that not necessary for all this, we just reduce it. Okay, and this amount I can move up because since that nothing in the question already. But this one I have to leave it here because in here I had to find my balancing figure, income and expenditure account, because this is an income, debit, subscription, credit, income statement, income and expenditure. This will become the income in the income and expenditure. So we take the credit total and then check the differences. Take the credit minus the debit. So this is the amount that we transfer to the income and expenditure. As usual, balance carry down, balance brought down. Make sure we complete it. August 1st. Balance brought down. Okay, 120. 720. So this is the amount that we get. Okay, now next up. Okay, what else that we see? Okay, let me move it up, move down first. Okay, the next one, B. Calculate the cafe profit for the year ended 31st July 2020. So want to calculate, I would prefer to do the statement format so that it will be safer. Okay. Cafe profit for the year ended 31st July 2020. Okay, 2 column I believe should be enough. Okay, revenue, because the income, the main source for cafe, revenue less cost of sales. We have the cafe inventory, which is the opening inventory. And then we have the purchases. The item normally appear in the income statement. We put it down first. Closing inventory. If there is any additional or anything that need to adjust, we adjust it. Okay, our revenue. Here, cafe taking. This is basically is our revenue because additional information only one item appear. So revenue 13520. This is our revenue because no other adjustment need to be made. Other than that, opening inventory, cafe inventory, this is the opening inventory. We put 520 and then 770. So this is the amount that we have. Now come to the purchases. So be careful with it because in this item purchases, we have the, let me see where's the purchases. Okay, where's the purchases? Any purchases related? There's no payment to the supplier outstanding. Cafe, sport hall, insurance prepaid, sport equipment subscription. Okay, then in this case, quite straightforward also. Then we don't need to do the adjustments for purchases because no opening, closing for the cafe supply. Because no adjustment in here. So we straight away take this purchase of cafe supply. We straight away take this amount, 8190. Because here we check already, there is no item. So we just take this plus minus. So to find the cost of sales. Okay. So after that, we see anything related to the cafe or not. Cafe inventory, and then after that, here, wages accrued cafe staff. So this is a cafe expenses, cafes, wages for cafe staff. This one, we have to do the adjustment because there's a opening and the closing. Amount paid to the cafe staff is 2750. This amount we pay some is for the last year. So we have to minus out this 60. But end of the year, there is an amount have not paid, which is we need to plus 80. So payment minus opening and then plus closing. So we get 2750 minus 60 plus 80. So this is, how come the amount become like that? Let me see what's wrong with it. Okay. So this is done, adjusted already. Let me see what else that we have. Okay. Any more item related to the cafe? Okay, I think should be already, no more already. Now we just take this amount minus this amount. So this is a profit for cafe. So you can put cafe profit for the year. 2810. Okay, we put it back to here. Okay, so this is 4 mark. If a 4 mark, better you present it in the statement format. Show clearly how you get this 2810. Okay, now next, the question asking to prepare the income and expenditure. Okay, so let's be prepared in here. Income and expenditure for the income less expenditure. For the club account, the main source must be the subscription fee. Okay, subscription fee. And then this question, because they got cafe profit here, cafe profit. So cafe profit. What else that income possible? We see the receipt and payment side. Any others or not? No, only these two items. So basically only these two items. So subscription fee we already calculated. Subscription fee is in here, 10200. And then how come all this money? Let me change the formula first. Okay, cafe profit is we calculated in here, 2810. So we add these two amounts because no more other income. This one quite straightforward, this question. And then we minus expenditure. Okay, let's see what are the expenditure that we have. Okay, so expenditure, let's see. Okay, we have insurance here. So we put insurance. And then what else? Okay, check the credit side in here. Wages. Wages for the sport staff. Okay, wages for the sport staff. And then what else? Insurance we have already. Sport equipment, sport hall expenses. And one thing, take notes, additional information. Always remember to read additional information. Sport equipment is depreciated at 10% using reducing balance method. That means we are talking about depreciation of sport equipment. Okay, we see got any adjustment. Take notes, as I say, always do your adjustment, show beside your detail. Insurance prepaid 400, 440. Here we have 1430. So to get the total amount for the recognition as expenditure, we take the total amount paid, 1430. Beginning of the year, this prepaid amount sitting in the debit side of the insurance account. we plus 400. But the end of the year prepaid, we have to minus 440 because this is for the next year. So not for this year, we minus it out. So we get 1430 plus 400 minus 440. Okay, wages, this one they didn't mention any adjustment. Straight away take from the payment side, this amount, 5220. Sport hall expenses. Okay. Sport hall expenses, where is it? Okay, in here, 3360. Also, they didn't mention any adjustment, we just ignore it. But come to this depreciation, show your working, how you get the answer. Okay, we have beginning year, the sport hall at, okay. We have two types of the expense depreciation have to calculate. One is a sport hall at this one. This one is also asset. And then another sport equipment, this one, book value. So we take 3900, this one 3900 plus any new purchase. New purchase got or not? New purchase, here, sport equipment 2001. Okay, after that times 10% because they say that using the reducing balance method. Reducing balance method is taking the net book value plus the new purchases times the percentage. So we get the amount, let me count, 3900 plus 2100 times 10%. So we get 600. Another item they didn't mention at all, but this one, this is another depreciation that we need to calculate because they are using the book value. And this is an asset, non-current asset. So sport hall, depreciation of sport hall. We take opening, revaluation method. This is a revaluation method, minus 16560. 1700 minus 16560. So this is the amount that we get. Okay, now add the total. Should be all done already. No more adjustment because all taken in already. So we get this. Okay, we calculate first. Okay, 2000. This is the, we didn't call profit, we call surplus for the year. So take note, it's just a slightly, the term used are slightly different compared to the other business. Okay, surplus, when you get positive, surplus. When you get negative, deficit. So this is the preparation for the account. For the these are income and expenditure. Okay, my God. Cannot. Wait me a minute. To redo it. Okay. So this is the amount that we get. Now next is that D. The question is saying, state what the balance on BH Sport Club accumulated fund represent. Okay, these questions, accumulated fund, club don't have the capital. Okay, club do not have capital account. And this account represents change it to accumulated fund. So the question is asking, what is the accumulated fund? So we want to find accumulated fund for this club. We can take the opening asset minus the liability. So here we can say that accumulated fund is the differences between asset and liability. Or another way, when you just started the club business, just started the club, where you get this accumulated fund? When you have accumulated surplus over the year, will form accumulated fund. There's two answers that you possible can put it in. Either you want to talk the differences between asset and liability, or you want to talk about accumulated surplus. Also can be either one. Now, number 2, state the effect that the surplus or deficit on BH Sport Club income and expenditure for the year ended 31st July 2020 will have on the accumulated fund. This question, they say that this amount, the effect of the surplus or deficit, because we need to know whether it's surplus or deficit first. From our working, we get surplus. So what is this effect on the accumulated fund? Since that this accumulated fund, we already know that it's accumulated surplus over the year. We can say surplus 2,000 will increase accumulated fund by 2,000. Okay, so that is the purpose for this sentence. They want you to check what you have in here and then answer here. So far, okay? Okay, now let's continue. Okay, give me a minute.